Welcome back to my channel. A question you may ask yourself is, why do some 40-year-olds act like 5-year-olds? And I would say the nafs. The nafs has got a lot to do with why a 40-year-old can act like a 5-year-old. When I say the nafs, I mean the ego. You see, just because someone is getting older by age, it does not mean that they are maturing, because the nafs is not bound by age. Our ego is not bound by age. Our ego is purified once we do certain things like acts of worship, when we develop our knowledge, when we humble ourselves. So when we purify the nafs, that's when we actually become wiser. We don't become wiser through age. And some people can get to age 40 or even 60 and they have not purified their nafs. And that shows. What does the impure nafs look like? It looks like, everything evolves around me. I don't care about other people. Look at me. And really having no sense of what are the needs of other people. It's the sun evolves around me. And this shows in their actions, their words, and their behaviors. Whereas then you can have some 20-year-olds who've actually purified their nafs and they're like 40-year-old, 50-year-old wise men and women. And that's because from an early age, they've been able to purify their nafs, and it shows in the way they interact with people, it shows in the etiquettes that they have, what they say, what they do, and so forth. To purifying the nafs, if I was to say more on that, there are three main things. One is knowledge of Allah. So the more you know Allah, then the more you know the purpose of your creation. And that in itself humbles you, because you know you are the creation and Allah is the creator. That is very humbling. You know your place. You know your purpose of existence. And that takes me to the second thing that helps to purify the nafs, and that is worship. You see, when you know Allah, then you're able to do worship of Allah, because you are naturally inclined to worship the one that you love, the one that you know is worthy of worship. And through worship, the nafs is actually purified. The nafs is humbled. Think about the times when you put your head down, prostrate in prayer, in salat. It is such a humbling position. You've actually put your forehead on the ground for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's nothing that is more humbling than putting your forehead on the ground. And that's why our Prophet, peace be upon him, said that the position or the moment that you are closest to Allah is in prostration. It's a very powerful act. So through such worship, you are also able to purify Allah. But what's also important is not to commit sins, because you can know Allah, you can worship Allah, but if you're committing every sin under the sun, you're going to be like a leaking bucket. You're going to be in a state where your spiritual heart is being filled with dots, based on a hadith, black dots, which is covering it up. And that's going to affect your connection with Allah as well. So it's really important not to commit sins as well, to be able to purify the nafs. When we do those three things, know Allah, worship Allah, and abstain from sins, we are on that journey towards purifying our nafs. If you don't want to be a 40-year-old acting like a 5-year-old, check on yourself. Where is your nafs at? Is your nafs at the wild level where it's all about me, I don't care about anyone else, it's all about this world? Or have you purified your nafs to a level where all that matters to you is your connection with Allah? And that's what we want. Our first and foremost priority to be our connection with Allah. And to do that, you need to purify your nafs.